You mentioned three common types of doubt: factual, emotional, and volitional. Can you clearly distinguish emotional from the other types of doubt? What is emotional doubt?
Emotional doubt often, not always, often asks factual questions, but it can equally ask philosophical questions. Why does God allow evil? It can equally ask religious questions, i.e., someone told me I could lose my salvation. Do you think that's true? So there's an example. It could be facts. It could be God and evil. But emotional doubt zeroes in on the emotional part of that question and frequently manifests itself either with a, quizzical look on their face thing. What if we're wrong? Do you know how many times I was sure about something or my dad was sure about something, or my pastor, and later he had to tell the group he missed the boat? And there's famous examples. The earth's not flat, and so on. What if we're wrong? Well, the first question I ask is, do you have any reasons for that? Well, yeah, everybody makes mistakes all the time. I know that. But do you think there's anything wrong with this specific question and how you faced it before with facts? As a matter of fact, I do. What do you do with this verse? And let's say this verse is a comeback to a religious factual doubt. Then you have to respond to it factually. And the proof will be in the pudding. Now, sometimes guys are just bad exegetes and they can give bad answers to a question. And of course, it doesn't solve their question. The thinker is outthinking the answer giver. But if you give an adequate answer, one that the best books of the subject with specialists would repeat, then that's a pretty good pretty good indication that this has gone to a different level. So I would ask, you can think you're giving me facts, but are you really giving me facts that your new objection is true? No, I just know people make it. Okay. Then in my mind, I'm thinking they're already morphine. If the person says, yeah, on top of everything else, hurting, like one woman looked across the desk at me and said to me, I'd give you my right arm if you could solve this problem. And then she said, and I said, yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? She goes, I'm serious. I'd rather be without my right arm than have this question. Well, you know why? Because she thinks in her mind, maybe, I'm just guessing, maybe the Lord is the most important thing in the world to her, and she pictures somebody saying, you can have anything you want, including a healthy arm, but you can't have the Lord. And she doesn't think it's a fair trade. And so when you're told you can have anything you want except the number one thing in your life, that generally produces fear, emotions, pain. So if I define doubt as, I would say that the key synonyms would be questions or uncertainty. That's a good one. Uncertainty regarding God or our relationship to Him. If that's doubt, the emotional species of it would be the what if without data, or what if with data, but you're repeating the old things that we've answered 100 times. Or the second one, it's very, very painful. Emotional doubt is by far the most common. My wife, it's kind of cute. My wife says, yeah, women have this kind of doubt a lot. She goes, at least we know we're emotional. Well, that's a really good point, because a lot of times the guy can be just as emotional, smaller numbers to be honest, but the good news is smaller numbers. The bad news is he doesn't turn that rock over. He doesn't treat that because he doesn't think that's what he has. He would never go there because I am not emotional. You know, I've said this before, but in the 60s, Simon & Garfunkel, a famous folk rock group, said, I'm a rock, I'm an island, and a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. Okay, so he's a rock, he's an island, you can't budge him, he's a man, he doesn't whimper, and he's whimpering all the way through the song. That's an example. While he thinks he's a rock, he's crying. So guys don't look there, and that makes it more dangerous for them. Maybe fewer of them, but they're looking in the wrong place. So they're taking other remedies. I don't mean medicine necessarily, but it could be medicine if the doctor puts them on it. But I'm just saying they're looking for other avenues. Oh, I got to pile up the evidences for this. I got to prove I'm a rock. And they're not dealing with their emotions. So it's the most common thing going. Hence, that's why we have so many cases that hurts the most. And be honest, we respond to things that hurt the most.